Here we're going to look at solving for a variable. Now we already know how to do this, right? We're just trying to get m by itself, solve for m, figure out what m could be. We're going to look at what happens if the other numbers are also variables, because those are still numbers, they're just numbers we don't know. So let's try this left one first and see how these are similar. So solve for m. I want to get m on this all by itself, so I probably want to get rid of this 5. I could do that by subtracting 5 from both sides. So 7 minus 5 gives me 2. So 2 equals 2m. And what could I do to get rid of the 2 that's multiplied in front of the m? I could divide by 2. So I end up with 1 equals m. So I successfully got m by itself. All right, how about over here where we don't know what the other numbers are? The big thing is it doesn't make a difference. We still do the same exact steps. So if I'm trying to get m by itself, one of the first things I like to do in these, even if you're just using your pencil, maybe bold the variable, do something to make the variable stand out, make it a different color, scribble it a little harder than the other letters. Just because here you notice m stands out because it's the only letter and everything else is numbers. Here it's not the only letter, so it helps to like figure out what letter you're trying to get by itself, do something to make it stand out to you. All right, so we can do anything we want as long as we do it to both sides, the left and right hand side of the equation. So notice here we want to get rid of the 5, we did minus 5. Same thing here, we want to get rid of n. It's a number. We don't have to know what number it is to say, well, to get rid of an n, I should do minus n to both sides. D minus n. Now here's a difference. Since these were both numbers, I could actually do this subtraction, but this is basically like if I would have left it 7 minus 5. I don't know these numbers, but I can write down d minus n. D minus n is d minus n. If you knew what numbers they were, you would do it, but it's perfectly fine to leave it like this. Our only goal is to get m alone. So these cancel, we're just left with 2m. And now notice, just like on the left side, our last step was something was multiplied by m. Here, 2 is multiplied by m, so to get rid of it, I could still divide both sides by 2. Now careful, I'm doing all of both sides. And so here, I knew the number, so I did the division, but here this is perfectly fine. It doesn't matter, really. You want to simplify if you can, but it doesn't matter what the other side of the equation turns out to be. Your only goal is to get m by itself. And so now, you've successfully got m by itself. The big thing is to recognize you already know the steps, just don't get weirded out by the fact that now the steps you're doing, you don't have to know the numbers to do them. So d minus n over 2 equals m.